Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by and visiting with me. Today I have another video, or not another, but a video sharing a project idea that I've had in mind on what you could use your brand strips for. So as you guys may or may not know, in case you are new to my channel, I like to use everything that I can out of the piece of paper or any piece of paper. So I like to save my brand strips for scraps. This is just the extra piece I just cut off. I realized one of them was like a little bit bigger than the rest. So I've had these brand strips. They're mostly from Felicity Jane because that is the kit that I subscribe to. But you could use this for any regular paper that you do get. Normally the companies give you like this extra piece. So in reality, it's like a 12 by 12 and a half. And this is the piece that you cut off. Or the extra, and normally honestly it's just like a promotion of what the brand, like the brand of the company or the brand. Geez, I can't talk. But you guys know what I mean, like it's usually promoting or letting you know what company made that paper. So this one is from the Amanda kit from Felicity Jane, and I do have some from others. I think the flower one that's in here is from a paper that Susan sent me. So I'm going to show you how to do this project because I think it's important to show you different. I've shared quite a few videos on ideas on what to use your scraps for, but I wanted to share this one in regards to brand strips. So the first thing that you want to do, of course, is gather them and just kind of save them, put them on the side until you have like a little bit of stock. So the first thing is you're going to lay them in like colors. So, oh, this is the one that Susan sent me. So lay them all out, decide what side you're going to use. Some of them have double, some of them do not. So just decide which ones you're going to use. Again, I am sorting them in what I think are like items. These ones, they're from Felicity Jane. The scallop colors go in like rainbow format, so I don't think I'm going to use those, but I can always save them for later or a different project. So I'm kind of sorting all the black and white, all the mixed colors, all light colors. This one could go here, yellow, and decide which ones you're going to use. So let's see. Okay, so I've laid them all, again keeping in mind their likeliness to each other. Okay, so we are going to put together or take away the ones that we do not want to use, and the lemons I feel like have nothing to do with that. So okay, and of course I'm gonna remove the ones that are like rainbow format. So I'm gonna keep these right here, and I'm going to try to mix them in. Okay, so now that we've kind of have that sorted, we're gonna put that aside and pick a 12 by 12 paper. I'm picking this beautiful pink one that has like, I don't know if you guys can see the foliage design in the back. It's like a really soft white, and my paper is like damaged at this corner, which is fine. Honestly, it just kind of adds character. And we are going to place them in the order that we want. So now we're basically going to cascade them down and just play with it to see. I feel like these ones with the scallops, like maybe I should trim them to actually make them scallop, and not just look. So we're gonna create like I've told you guys this before, like a shiplap look on the wall, but it's reality, it's like in our paper. And you see how some of them have like a little bit of the paper like left. I'm gonna hide that underneath. So for now, don't worry about adhering them or placing them any kind of way. Basically just start laying how you want them, or if you have to move some around, go ahead and see. I'm trying to see what goes well with each other. And then maybe the yellow strap one, polka dots again, and then maybe to finish this one with the plus signs. I don't know if the yellow is gonna be too much. So I'm trying to, basically what I'm trying to do here, now I feel like I need to add something with this, bringing these colors in. Okay, so basically what I'm doing, and let me explain my thought process, is if I have dots here, then I have scallops right here, then I have stripes, and then I have these stripes are going up and down, and these are going this way. So I think that's vertical and this is horizontal. I'm not sure, maybe I have that backwards, but I'm trying to put them, spread them out so that you don't have like dots to dots back together, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm kind of doing. And basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna adhere, I like the order in which these are right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adhere the first one, and then I am going to decide if I want to scallop. Yeah, I think I am. So I am going to bring my scissors and I'm going to cut and leaving a little bit of the white outline, and I'm going to cut all the way around so that I can lay it underneath that first one, but then the second one is going to be underneath that scallop, if that makes sense. So I will, let me go ahead and do that before I move on. So I don't want to mess up the order in which I have it. So I'm just gonna scoot it down. And I wish I had more running tape, but I don't. I think I used it all. And I have not been out shopping, which is a good thing. So I'm going to use the liquid glue that I have, and I'm going to put it only at the top and on the, yeah, just the top, so that I can lift the bottom part of it. So I'm just going to move it this way, and let me slide it into place. Make sure it's kind of straight. Okay, like so. And use your nail and just kind of run it along the paper. It's not going to give you a paper cut, trust me, I do this enough. I just want to make sure that I'm able to lift. But if you do decide to use that nail, then it just gives texture to your paper. So you don't have to use your nail, I mean literally. Just grab a ruler, slide it in, and then lift like that, and it roughens up the edges, the bottom edge of that paper. So then when it comes down to the second one, you can easily slide it in there. Does that make sense? Like that. So I am going to speed you guys up for this part because you don't need to see me just trimming away this scallop right here. And it's not going to be perfect but I do want a little bit of that outline to stand out. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, I am almost done here. So let's get that. I probably should cut this blue one as well. So same thing, I'm gonna add a little bit of liquid glue to the top, just so that it could dry and adhere, but I'm still gonna be able to remove the bottom and rough it and create like the scallop portions. So I'm gonna slide this in there. Hold on, I'm trying to, I mean, it's scallop, it's not straight, but I still kind of want it straight. And so same thing, just kind of press down at the top, but lift this. And that's essentially everything that we're gonna do on the way down. Okay, so this is our look right now. The pictures that I want to use for this layout are these two of my husband and my daughter. So if this is going this way due to the brand strips, then I want the pictures to lay this and then the decorations to go this way. So one of the things that I do want to do to kind of tie everything is I'm going to go find a stencil and I'm going to create the illusion of paste. Well, it's not really an illusion, it's real. It's real. I'm gonna bring a stencil and then I'm gonna grab my paste and I'm gonna splatter it this way, so then the background can kind of tie in and mute the colors of this, if that makes sense. I don't know, I kind of have that idea. Hey guys, I realized I wasn't even filming. Sorry about that. Basically what I did, because gosh, I can't believe I didn't even bother turning on the camera. I kind of put my pictures where I wanted them, like that, because we know they're going to be going vertical. So I've kind of used the honeycomb stencil that I have to kind of bring it down this way. And I probably need to add just a little bit so it comes all the way up at the edge of the page. And I am going to let this air dry because honestly it's getting late and I haven't made breakfast. So I'm gonna go do that, and while I do that, then this is gonna air dry for me. So as you can see, some of the honeycombs are not even sealed all the way, and it kind of stops at a certain point, and that's okay, because I'm going to be bringing over like some splatter to tie everything together. But for now, I'm gonna go get this cleaned up, and I am going to let this dry. This is almost dry, so I'm still gonna set it aside for just a tad bit more, and I am going to bring my scraps. And I thought that I was gonna keep the white border by themselves, just for the pictures like that, but you know, typical me, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. So I have my scraps right here next to me, my little scrap drawer, and I decided that I am going to go ahead and build me a little cluster for both pictures. So I am going to take some of these scraps that you guys see here. Honestly, I just have like all these little pieces because I was working with them the other day. So I am going to create little clusters for the pictures and then come back and let's start putting everything together. In the meantime, I hope that everything dries. Let's see, I think this one might go. I'm kind of trying to keep the same background colors so that they kind of go together. And I've told you guys, I've kind of shared with you guys how to build the clusters. You guys have seen, just play with it, rip them apart. And when you're building a cluster, you want to try to balance the background around. So if I stick this one out like that, then the next one I'm gonna stick it to the bottom, but even it out so that there's like the clusters going together in like a rectangular, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna set this aside so it could dry, and I'm going to start putting the cluster together. So these are just a little bit of pieces, and again, I ran out of my runner tape, so I'm just going to use liquid glue in the center, because if I want to tuck in additional things like that, then I have this gap right there. So I'm only putting glue like in the center, and we are going to distress them, or what is it called, rough up the sides. So no need to be super careful. So see, and you see how I have this gap? I'm gonna fill this gap with some of this blue and basically continue to make a rectangular, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, because I am horrible at explaining what I'm trying to say. So let's put that there. And I'm sorry if you hear background. I was gonna make breakfast, and Mike's like, honey, finish your video, I'll handle it. And so he's the one making breakfast. But the thing is, whenever Mike's like cooking, he likes to listen to his podcast, which is like training podcast about fighting and whatnot. And so if you hear the background, it's because of that. Sorry, I can't win them all, you know what I mean? So if I'm gonna ask him to, well, I didn't really ask him, he offered to help me cook, then I better just deal with the rest. So then again, use that nail to kind of lift and kind of damage the edges, but it's not really damaging it, it's just giving it texture. And then do the same here. I probably need to add another layer here because I only have one. And look what a difference that makes. So we're gonna do the same over here. See, and this is honestly another great way to use your scraps. And I think you know that, because lately this year I've been just doing clusters and clusters, and I hope you guys don't get tired of it. But it's just, again, with the thought in mind that I don't like to be wasteful. I really don't. And just play around until you find your happy medium. See what I mean? Like, I don't have this corner right here. There's a gap. So I'm gonna fill it by tying this corner together like so. And you could even put it in an angle or not. It's up to you. Like that. What if we use this, you guys? You guys know that I don't have a lot. Is that blue too much? This blue might be too dark, but what if I diluted with some white and try to match this blue right here. The thing is, do I have, yes, I have this vanilla frosting acrylic paint by Vicky Boutin. Sorry, I totally probably mispronounced that name. So I'm going to, I know you guys don't see it. Do you see it? There. Let me scoot this over. Just, oops. Whoa, that was way too much. My daughter's really good at figuring out what colors work with what colors and making like the mixture. I probably should ask her. This one's a little bit light. I don't know. Should we just go for it? Kind of scared. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this just so that I'm not being wasteful. I'm going to start out with this, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna pick up the white and make the white go over it. And the way I want this is kind of vertical. Wait, I always suck at doing this, so I feel like the easiest way for me is to just do it this way. I know some of it is gonna be covered by the pictures. Okay, well, that's what we got. So again, I'm gonna let this dry, you guys, and I'm gonna come back and glue the pictures where I want them, and then we're gonna start tucking in all the cutouts. I don't have anything special to use for this. I'm literally just gonna go through the mixture of cutouts and pieces that I already have from leftover collections or some that I make myself, and we're gonna start tucking in for decoration. So let me get this cleaned up and we'll move on to the next step. Okay guys, I keep coming back, but this is pretty dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this layout so I can move on to doing other stuff. Okay, so we're gonna put them like this. And I have all my ephemera right here. You guys have seen, because I show you little glimpses. These are photo boxes that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, but I think you can also pick them up from Michael's. Use your coupons or wait until they are at a discount. And then I have them sorted by color. And I have two. Sorry, let me bring the other one. And I have two, and then the little photo boxes. Sorry, I'm making so much noise. Each little box has its own little label with the colors that kind of coordinate. And see if I have any of that. That's like a jean blue. No, that gray, definitely. Oh my gosh, I found some more blues over here. I'm just gonna start bombarding it with enamel dots. Careful, because adding too much can definitely do some damage. So you don't want to do too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we don't want even numbers, so there. Oh Lord, here I go. There. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and that's an even odd number. So good enough for you guys, good enough for me. Okay guys, so that's gonna be the layout for today, And honestly, I wanted to give you, the main thing I want you to take away from this is that I wanted to give you guys an idea of using your brand strips as background. And look how pretty a layout you can create with the background. So don't be wasteful. Don't throw your brand strips away. And I hope that you guys use this idea. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Here's the whole page in its entirety. Again, I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.